สวัสดีค่ะขณะนี้ทุกท่านกำลังอยู่กับ Hilso KKU English Corner ในรายการ2 ปีบ deeptalk รายการพอดแคสต์ที่จัดทำขึ้นโดยนักศึกษาคณะมนุษยศาสตร์และสังคมศาสตร์มหาวิทยาลัยขอนแก่นรายการที่จะพาทุกคนไปพูดคุยและแลกเปลี่ยนเกี่ยวกับทุกเรื่องด้วยภาษาอังกฤษเพื่อสนับสนุนให้คนไทยกล้าที่จะใช้ภาษาอังกฤษในชีวิตประจำวันมากขึ้นโดยที่ไม่สนใจว่าจะใช้ไวยากรณ์ถูกหรือไม่แต่จะเน้นใช้เพื่อสื่อสารเป็นหลักค่ะโดยมีดิฉันเป็นผู้ดำเนินรายการหลักค่ะในวันนี้เราจะยังคงพูดคุยกันเรื่อง toxic relationship เช่นเดิมค่ะโดยแขกรับเชิญพิเศษที่มาร่วมพูดคุยกับเราในวันนี้ก็ยังคงเป็นอาจารย์วานิสซ่าป๊อบและแซนดี้ค่ะ and this is part 2 from our previous episode
So this is more like abusing?
Is it abuse?
Not sure.
Well, I mean, this person's parents definitely have power over them, right?
Yeah.
So, in that way, I guess. I mean, there are some things. It's even this person says it's a little hard to separate out when it's like just their high expectations. They want them to succeed. They love them for that, But I think the line would be with like trying to determine what your kids' futures are. For me as an American, it seems kind of abusive in some way, But I think it's best for Thai people to talk about that together.
Cannot be helped. So this is all the story we have collect from our
document.
yes
Google document. Google Form.
Yes from our
yes.
Google Forms and there's some more case too, but it's kind of familiar, so we just decided to choose one. So.
Okay, now I have a question for you guys. Do you relate to this situation or not? Like any of this situation? If you so, what would you do? Like, if you were that person in the situation, what would you do?
Start with you guys.
Okay.
Yes.
For me, yes. I think it's hard for me. It's in case of family toxic relationship because we value them, we respect them. In Asian, we have learned from the beginning that we have to respect them. So it's really hard between family for me to talk to our parents straightly, like what we want to be, but it can be understand as that their expectation on us is a good
way.
Yeah, is in a good way that they want us to be a good adult, to grow up or anything, but it's really hard in case of family.
Well, I think like all of us understand that they might do this because they want us to like have a good future, but it's us who struggle, who suffer because we're studying. So, that's why it's hard to talk about this. What about you, Sandy?
I think it's the couple. It's hard for me.
Which couple?
In case
like the first case.
Oh yeah.
Because when you struggle in that situation and you can live out, I think.
Yeah, I think that actually for all of the romantic relationships, I think it's to various degrees. I can really understand that situation that they're in, and then for the one that I said looked like more like abuse, right? I would say that it's really good that she got out of it because even that kind of situation, it's not always easy to see when you're in it. Because what I have, as I've learned more about abuse, it's kind of, it's not going to happen all at once. It happens gradually until like the person they're not going to be aware of it until like maybe it gets to a certain point, and then sometimes it's too late to leave. So it's really important that we know more about this like situation so that we can even if we know about it, we can find ourselves in that situation. So and then when you want to leave, it can be dangerous even sometimes, right? As we see in the news sometimes with abusive situations, they can turn deadly. So I think that I'm just really glad for that that person that she got out of it. Yeah. And for most the others, for guy A, so for the last for that one, that he got out of it, that he feels like he can recover from it too, and for the first case as well, I think she's out of it. But I hope she's out of it. You know, like it's also how we define love, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Is love something that like is only gonna come once in your lifetime? I think that it doesn't have. It's something you choose, really, right? You choose to love someone. So it can be hard to choose not to love someone, to put up those boundaries after you have like opened yourself up to them. But we have to try. Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
We should aware in every time, every moment in our life.
As they said, love is blind. So open your eyes then. But easy talking.
Love is blind.
Love is
Oh, okay.
Just talking is so easy. Like, just open your eyes, girl. But
Do you guys think that people who come from toxic family are more to get into a toxic relationship than people who come from healthy family? Yeah. What do you guys think? This is not in the script. Sorry. I just think about it. Like in all of the example that we have, it could be friends, couples, and family as well, right? So, what do you think that if people who come from toxic family,
but it's good environment.
They will be more vulnerable. You mean?
yeah, like.
I think maybe it's affected them. Yeah, but it's up to a person too. Like someone have faced that, have learned that, and they improve themselves. Not to be like them.
Future, they.
But it's really hard since it's family. So you're live with them from the beginning. Like since you are still kids, you cannot aware so much. So I think it's kind of affect them.
What about teacher and Sandy? What do you think?
Teacher, you first.
Are they more vulnerable? I think that first of all, I think that anyone can become the victim of an abuser. I don't think that's up to your past or any, like, a person who is an abuser, they will look for your vulnerability. So if you have it, most of us are vulnerable at some point, right? So anyone can be put in that situation, and it's not something that you can just like see from the beginning, because the abuser will begin by taking you in that way. So they're going to be very strategic. But if it's in terms of toxic behaviors, I think a lot of those are really learned, and maybe they can be defense mechanisms that we have that could come from our family dynamics in some ways, and from society in general. Like I said, from movies, from everything that we see in our culture. I think that really if we're going to decrease toxic relationships, we really have to change the culture in the society. I don't think it's only in the family that you learn that. So
Yeah.
And I agree with Bob. Not everyone that grow up the toxic family, they like they don't want to grow up in that in that situation, you know. But they didn't show it. But when I have some partner, she's grew up in like toxic. Her father and mother like abuse, you know. Yeah, and when she grew up, she told me that she didn't want to like this relation. She's want like the best version for her and the best version for her couple.
That's good.
Yeah, well, that's a thing that people say a lot is that we're gonna find.
Make a better way.
They say that we find a partner that's gonna be like, for women, we find a partner who's like our dad. That's what they say. I don't know who says that exactly, but that's something that people say. But if you want to, that's why I said some things are generational in a way. It can be passed down from one generation to another. But if you don't want to pass it down to your kids, or you don't want it in your life, that's you. I think it's more than just saying that you don't want to. You really have to do the work, you know. You have to get some professional help or do some kind of work, whatever path that takes you on to rehabilitate yourself, because once we've lived through that abuse or toxic thing, then we're gonna be. It becomes part of us, right? And it will become part of the way that we will carry that into our next relationship in some way.
Yeah.
So if we don't want to do that, then we have to like work on ourselves first before we go to the next relationship. I think.
Yeah.
That's true.
I think you can.
Okay. If any of the story had ended or the storyteller had been through that situation already, should we put ourselves in their shoes to understand what was going on? I did some research about how to spot a toxic relationship, and so please allow me tell you something that might help. Saito made a video about 7 red flags of a toxic relationship. There's 7 signs. The number 1 is controlling behavior, like always tell you what you have to do. The number 2, lack of communication. When you have an argument, they will treat you with silent treatment. Number 3, the give and take is consistently only one way, like the relationship should give and take in both ways, right? Number 4, there are no boundaries in the relationship, like Ajahn Vanessa said before. We have to set our boundaries. Number 5, your partner use your personal information against you. Number 6, they do not acknowledge your relationship in front of other people. Like you are together, like you guys are together, but they hide it from their friend or their family. Yeah. If the relationship is good, why are they have to hide? Number 7, you are constantly surrounded by negative energy. And Dr. Tracy Marks also made a video about how to recognize a toxic relationship. There's 10 signs. I will tell you all of them. Number 1, chronic anger. Number 2, chronic sarcasm. Number 3, disparaging humor. Number 4, having a punitive mindset. Number 5, controlling nature. Number 6, excessive insecurity. Number 7, extremely opinionated. Number 8, the
Manipulator.
Number 8, the manipulator. Number 9, predominant self-centeredness. And she also gave an information about how to heal from toxic relationship as well. If you guys want to know about the whole thing, you should go check it out. I will leave the link in the description down below. Go check it out, guys. They are great videos. So, because somebody might suffer a lot from the relationship, if they are listening to this right now and you can tell anything to that person, what would you say to them and why? This is the last question. This is the final question.
Well, I would say to stay strong, and this can manifest in different ways according to the relationship, according to the person, if it's in your family or in your romantic relationship, in your friends. And the thing is that I don't think that they're going to be able to do this alone. So they need to find someone to help. And well, maybe some people could do it alone, but if you cannot, which is normal, then we should give them someone to help, so we can put that information in our YouTube video too, because especially in abusive circumstances or something like that, we cannot just like say, oh, stay strong and leave it to it. They need help. Okay.
Yeah, what about you guys?
So, for me, I would just say that please love yourself more, value yourself more, because you're the only one who will live with you until the last.
Yeah.
Can I say that? You're the only one who will live with you. Yes.
Yeah.
Till the last breath.
Yeah, till the last breath. And you can decide. Please remember that you can decide everything, which way you want to go. And just
I will tell you, you live it now. About the toxic. Like fade out from the toxic or the bad environment. But if you can't, you must, strong. Be strong and try to understand for that.
okay.
Thank you for the guest ค่ะจบลงไปแล้วสำหรับการพูดคุยในหัวข้อ Toxic Relationship ทุกท่านฟังแล้วมีความคิดเห็นอย่างไรกันบ้างคะ That's it for today. Tell me what you think about this in the comment section down below. Thank you to all the guests for joining me today. And shout out to anybody who has experienced any kind of toxic relationship. I hope that you could get the help that you need. We are here to support all of you. Also, thanks a lot to everyone who shared their story with us. We are not here to judge any of you at all. This is for study purpose only. Okay, last but not least, if you have an idea of a topic that you want to talk about or want to join, please leave your comment and I will leave our contact in the description box. We will come back again with another interesting topic next week on Friday. Stay cool and attractive. See you. Goodbye.
Bye.